Orkieses. I'm fully expecting to get stuffed this game by Z, who's already beat me twice in ITSL and Ritzel games. But I've got to win at some point. So, we got decal, which is nice. DeGaulle duck and cover's not going to work. Asia scoring is good. But we'll open 4-4-1 and let Z do their thing. Let me plug in my cards and get my head screwed on correctly because I am playing a monster. We've got CIA, we've got US Japan, we've got UNI, we've got DCOL, De Gaulle Olympic Games, Asia scoring, Fidel. So the crazy play is to headline DCOL, sneak Asia scoring, and try and get into France. The downside is Defectors absolutely blows us out of the water. Ditching CIA before expanding into the rest of the world. Oh, he's got Marshall Plan. Oh, which transforms my options. So I can now headline DCOL more confidently. Let's go for it. Defectors. No, it's Marshall Plan. Good. Good-ish. Good in inverted commas. Still not good for me. So we will drop Asia scoring. We'll go Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam and drop Asia scoring. And now we need to get CIA out of our hand before DEFCON drops to 2. Or we have to UN intervention it out of our hand. So will they have Europe or Middle East scoring is the question here. So we get the first coup on Iran, which is moderately successful. So, will they coup Vietnam? Or won't they coup Vietnam, is the question. It seems like they would be more likely to coup Vietnam because as soon as DEFCON drops to 3-0 walk in, so they need to cut access first. They go influence instead. Clever. Okay, so I guess here we can play CIA. Although, well, we can use 2 ops and go Syria, Israel, making sure we have presence, and leave it another turn to tip CIA. Although we're going to have to at some point. Okay, so they drop it first. Let's go for the big old coup, and then UN intervention CIA if they don't count a coup. There we go. A battleground for a battleground. Now if they coup Angola, we UN intervention Zaire. Yep. Okay, here it comes. Sensible. It was a shame we didn't get it out the deck. As things go. But these things happen. We do have some issues to deal with regards to the Middle Eastern Europe. Yeah, I'm up to date on the cards. I'm going to have to kill that window I keep tabbing to. Otherwise I'm going to keep seeing it. There we go. Okay. AR6 will use Fidel to take Jordan. To make sure we're not presenceless in the Middle East for the headline phase. Which is very dull, taking non-battlegrounds during the early war, but to be hit for 7 or 8 in early war is going to really sting. NASA get off the mark. That's the end of turn 1, and now I'm going to have a lot of trouble. So we can 5-year plan away something. Which makes purging relatively attractive. Makes purging very attractive because there's nuclear test ban is the last. Yeah, nuclear test ban's the last 4-op card in the set, so if they're holding blockade, they're stuck with it a turn. So what else are we going to headline? Nothing. Purge is really the only option here. Captured Naziing on a 1-op space. A 50-50 space, that is. So we're forced to take the NORAD coup on Egypt. It just about gets there. Let's see if they have nuclear test ban to retake Egypt. If they do, we're going to drop Middle East for 0 this turn. They'll get containment AR5 so we can 5-year plan Europe AR6. ITSL has to get a space to make room in their hand. It does at least fail. Have a free op. You're welcome. Obviously, that will go into Canada to prime NORAD, which currently really only works in Iraq and Israel, so I can live with that for the time being. But I'd like Quagmire to trigger as soon as practicable. So the rest of the turn we're going, take Middle East. Yeah. We're going to have to event Formosa, which makes me feel grimy. No. What we're going to do instead is one in South Korea, because we're going to need to raise country count up in Asia as well. Middle East scoring. Containment. Oh, NASA. Containment AR5, 5-year plan Europe scoring away AR6. Mm-hmm. So, I may have to take bloody Taiwan. Or I can jam Pakistan, can't I? Whee! Need all of the VPs I can get. Yar. Why not? Indo-Pakistani war really blows me out there, but we shall see. 5 or 6. Whee! Oh, such is life. If I do get Indo-Pakistani war, I can China card India. I don't. But I get Middle East scoring again, which is nice. And they don't know I've got that. They've ended up with blockade. Truman. Duck and cover. Nuclear test ban. I've got EU, IR, Warsaw, Romania. So independent Reds before Romania. Okay, so assuming they headline duck and cover, De Gaulle is nice here, right? And if it gets defected, we can Ditch CIA, well, do something else. But de Gaulle, to start. Duck and cover. We will absolutely use France. Let's use China card here. Yeah. This leaves us in a potentially hard spot in Asia. And we're stuck with CIA created in our hand for next turn. But that was a shot to deal with Europe, which we absolutely should have taken. Otherwise it's going to be dominated most of the game. And to get to turn 3 with a Marshall Plan headline and not suffer the consequences of a Europe domination is pretty sweet. We may get dominated in Asia if they can fill Taiwan, though. They may jam France, of course. So the risk-averse next play is to put another one in France and put 2 in Taiwan. It also means we have to space special relationship. Or use special relationship to put 2 in France. So what's going on? We're underdeveloped in the Latin countries. We've got a foothold in Africa, but only that. But unless they've got Indo-Pakistani war, we're going to get to go into mid-war moderately ahead of par. Okay, so that's fine for tempo. What I propose we do here is overprotect France and pop 2 in Taiwan before they can take a cheap Formosa. And then we need to overprotect North Korea and South Korea, which we can do with IR. They don't know we've been redealt Middle East scoring, so we should be able to drop that fairly sneakily. Dang and blast. So they're going to get Milops. They thankfully don't overload. Do we want to press for more than 3? What kind of tempo do we lose? We can take Israel ahead of... Yeah, we'll take Israel ahead of things like Camp David. And if they take Iraq or... Oh, that's a relief. So that brings to parity the fact that they had Indo-Pakistani War. It also is a relief I didn't put the China card into India. Five, Middle East scoring 6. Space special relationship and pray for Mojo. To get into Latin America now, we need Hunter. Ooh, what's he going to jam? Good. Okay. Spreading influence around is fine. Jamming France would have kind of sucked there. We'll drop Middle East scoring for 5. Gonna have to watch out for both tear down this wall and the late game. Well, and or salt to 5. So they're holding blockade and one other card. I propose we space special relationship and gamble on it not being a 4-op card. Go Roscosmos! So we're going in +9, which is great. 9 ahead, sorry, which is great, but we're underdeveloped. Which is bad. Yeah. Very wise domination in 2 regions going into mid-war. We can do Brezhnev Doctrine to space CIA. Southeast Asia is currently worth 2. Europe's worth 1. Fidel is nice 2. We've got How I Learned. But we'll start with Brezhnev. Ooh. Jamming Asia. That's bad for us. Because that reverses Southeast Asia scoring. So do we drop Southeast Asia scoring and give them Nigeria, which seems gross? Although they're going to get a coup anyway. And if they flip Thailand, that becomes a big score swing as well. Blah. Woo! I don't see how we're going to race to 20 VP here with Africa and Central America the way it is and no access, but we need to get Southeast Asia scoring out of our hands. So we're doing that. This is probably wrong. Giving up a coup as USSR seems kind of mad. But we're also slightly low on ops, apart from Alliance, which gives up 2 VPs. So if they coup, we can cover Thailand and North Korea. I can't see them not cooing Nigeria here. The coup on Nigeria just seems the obvious choice. Here it comes. Yep. Oof. That worked out alright for us, because now we can coup Cameroon. One in West Germany? You were thinking that? I know, one in Thailand. Interesting. Oh, playing into scored regions really annoys me, but Asia's a complete mess. Oh, giving up 2 VPs is rubbish. But not giving up Korea is also bad. I think we just have to... We'll do that. Give up Africa. We can coup Cameroon at some point. This is not good. We need to drop Europe's scoring. Hopefully before they fill West Germany, so we could snag an extra VP quickly. We're spacing CI and holding Panama Canal, because we can't space 2 cards. Yeah, so blockade will move into Nigeria. Was it D-style? Yes, sod. So let's take the coup on Cameroon to start, to get some mill-ops, and to deny domination and force them to play in South Africa. And we can flip Nigeria, of course. So they need 3 ops here to cover Nigeria or Zaire. 4 ops to cover Zaire, Nigeria, etc. Okay, so they China cards. Is that to take Africa? Rather than do something in Europe? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it kind of implies they have Africa scoring. But we're going to buy it. Show it. Decoy goes off to space. They get to peak. They don't get space twice though, and we get CI out by hand again. So we'll finish. South America scoring drops for 0. That's good for us. So now we coup Guatemala, try and get them to play into Cuba, and event Fidel if they do. Or if they don't. And we need to solve Africa before Africa drops. Not solving Africa is a disaster for us. And they, of course, get to peak. Oh, Oh boy. That's gross. Event Fidel is fine. Ooh, that's nasty in Asia. At least as things stand, we can use the China card to flip Pakistan, but that probably won't last long. Youch. Huge brush. Realigns on Cuba. 3 into Costa Rica for domination. Phil, West Germany tap Cuba. Spread influence. Okay. So they get to headline peak. So if they have Africa scoring, we're in big trouble. The defectors is also in place, so we can't safely purge. We didn't get Junta. South America scoring has gone, so salting D-style is less attractive. We've got Ande for access anyway. Colonial Rearguards is our space card. That's why I can't find cards in this tracker. I haven't sorted by ops. So, we can't headline Missile MV because if they have We Will Bury You and they headline Grain Sales, Cuban Missile Crisis, etc, etc, etc. Panama Character is rubbish. Arab-Israeli War is a 1 in 3 chance of VP. U2 Incident is fine because it gets us 2 VP but costs us 3 ops. Two VP. Versus Allende, which gives us access but not VP. So the question is, how are we going to win the game? How are we going to get to 20 first, given that our coup has to be in Africa, not Panama? I don't personally see it. So if we're not playing the short game to get VPs, we're playing the long game, which we're going to lose as well. I feel like Allende is the most boring headline when peaking. And if they have Africa scoring, they're dropping that anyway. At least they drop Africa scoring, we can coup Central America, but we're doing it at the cost of 10 VPs. Defecting, that's reasonable. And that means defectors is out the hand for the next headline. And South America has scored. Does that mean they're not holding Africa scoring? Else, why would you not defect it? We need, it's a 50-50 to stop them walking into Panama. Versus a guaranteed denial of control. That's worth 10. Domination to them is worth 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. So it's a 3 VP swing there. Versus a 2 VP swing if they get domination. So because of the certainty and in the VP swing, we'll coup Nigeria instead. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm happy about that, but that's what I'm doing. But I'm generally unsatisfied here. And with ABM Treaty still in the deck as well, it could be even worse. We may have to salt Quagmire or something like that. So, dominate Central America, fine. But you do at least give us a nice coup target. I think we want to be fairly certain of coupping Nicaragua, so we'll take the guarantee. Ha! It's a good thing we did. Anything less than 3 ops there would have been an absolute disaster. Counter coup. We'll have to coup with Salt, which coupping a non-battleground with Salt is just awful. And now they can ditch Quagmire comfortably, which irks me. We'll space Colonial Rearguards and UN intervention away. Panama can now return to clean up our hand. Ooh. Just want to deny them domination for as long as possible. We're spacing Colonial Rearguards. Costa Rica, please. 6. I don't think I have any more targets, do I, Sunshine? Yet. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Space, Colonial Rearguards. Oi. They're going to be peaking a long time. Sensible. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So that makes it 5 all. We're just going to try and stay ahead in Africa then. Sure. Just invites another coup. Well, that's a bonus. Now we really want to get Africa scoring off ASAP. We're still unlikely to get over the 20 VP mark here. Okay, we got ABM Treaty and they can't missile envy us, which is great. Central America scoring we can do something about. OPEC's worth 3 VP at the moment. We can make changes there. So we can score Central America domination here. And they can't change Africa much. Arms race went that turn. I have not been following the board properly. Indo-Pakistani War is out. Is Summit? Nope. Central America's in my hand. Olympic Games? Nope. Fine. Got Flower Power. They may still have We Will Bury a Muslim Rev. Socialist Government Corps, Cultural Rev. I've got OPEC and Libthy. They may have Lone Gunman. So those are my 9. We've not seen Shuttle Camp, Grain Puppet, Emit, VOA. Ugh, haven't seen VOA yet. John Paul Nixon, Sadat, Cuba. Cuban Missile Crisis? Definitely not. Nope. Lads, Summit, Hunter, Africa, Olympic Games. Yeah, okay, fine. Those are all the unknown cards. So, they can't bear trap us because we're holding bear trap. So what if we ABM treaty Mexico, followed by flower powering Panama, or the other way around. Liberation Theology Panama, then coup it, and then ABM Treaty Mexico. The way to get over the top here is if they're not holding Africa scoring and don't get to space, we can get Central America control and win outright. So how do we start? Start by coupping Mexico, then 4-op coup Panama. I think there's nothing wrong with showing ABM Treaty for the headline, especially if they headline Cuban Missile Crisis. And we only get the 1 coup unless we do something about Cuba. Yeah, it's headline ABM. It gives us the most flexibility. I suppose Lads is the worst headline now. Grain's pretty bad. Panama, 50-50. No, they're going to drop DEFCON, right? They could drop DEFCON, so we take the Panama coup. Ooh, they will probably counter coup with that. Miss. Ooh, they missed. They have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got loads. Kitchen Debates is definitely in play. The problem is... The problem is... I have very few ops. So let's do that. No! Oh, we got so few ops. Yeah, we'll drop Central America for 1. Should have put 3 and didn't think of that. That's why I'm not as good a player as Z. This is not good. Here we go again. We're going to bear trap ourselves. Reason being, we want to ditch nuclear subs and arse not. Yeah, I feel like the only way we were winning there was by a successful gambit on... A successful gambit on Central America there puts us to 20 and wins us the game. Now we're in the mire, right? We're behind in Asia, behind in Africa, behind in South America, behind in Central America because of access. Things look kinda gross. So we will event OPEC for 3 VP. Do we gamble on us? Not. No, they can have loads of crappy cards. We're not gonna give them an arse not an opportunity. But we also don't get off to space. We're currently losing this in final scoring. Barring a situation whereby we score Middle East and get War Games before any of their scoring cards come out. So here we know they're holding Lone Gunman. And because of that, Cuban Missile Crisis isn't shabby, I think. Are they holding Hunter as well? Yeah, Jesus. We Will Bury and Muslim Revolution in their hand. Culture Revolution and Lone Gunman. Is that about right? We've got Cuba, Quag, Camp, Puppet, Emit, OG. And we haven't seen We Will Bury, Muslim Revolution, Culture Revolution, John Paul, Summit, Hunter, Lone Gunman. Is that right? Did we definitely not see them play John Paul for Ops? Looks like it. Alright, whether or not my tracker is right. So, they can still headline Hunter, but can do a bit less damage if we headline Cuban Missile Crisis and they're left with Lone Gunman in their hand. So let's headline Cuban Missile Crisis. The only way to get Defcon down. This now gives us the opportunity heading into late war to Aldrich them. Yusuri's gone, Nixon was just played for Ops. If we can trap them with Lone Gunman, that's another way to get over the hump here. Special Relationships currently free Ops. We could try and get some Mill Ops in with Arms Race. We definitely want to Quag them. But we know they've got a fistful of 4-op cards. There are a lot of cards we don't really want to play. We don't really want to play Puppet. We don't really want to play Emit. And we don't really want to play Camp David. But we may have to play some of them. So John Paul's not a bad headline for them, because I have to repair it. There it is. That seemed likely. We're not going on a convoluted thing where we yeah, we're not going on a convoluted journey where we try and Yeah, we're not going on a convoluted journey. Sorry. Continue my train of thought. Where we purge them and hope that we can do lots of damage in Quagmire. That's just not happening. Options, options. Are we going to bank on them not having Africa scoring straight back in the reshuffle? Sure. I can't think through all this stuff neatly. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. So now we need to watch out for tear down this wall and solidarity, etc. We know 6 of their 8 cards. So if we see 2 unknown ones and we get to a point where we're confident that they can't get out the trap easily, we can quag them then. So Cultural Revolution goes first. That's sensible. Getting ready to remove from Turkey. Has already beaten Special Relationship. So we do that. That's a neutral tempo turn, which is a bit of a bummer for us. We kind of want to get a coup off. Wheelberry goes space. Do they hit 3VP? They miss. That's good for us. So we want to get a coup off to try and win arms race. So let's have a Hail Mary, which hails. So now they have to coup back because they know we hold arms race. No, they played arms race for ops, but they can at least ditch from Turkey. Yeah, okay, that's totally understandable. So the question now is if we really want the arms race points or we want to do something else. If we event Camp David as things stand, we lose ground there. So I don't think we want to. So we will instead overprotect Poland, take Iraq. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it's got to be coup racing in. So we instead event Camp David. Because we're looking to space Emit, I think, right? Emit's the card that we find most disgusting. Although, of course, we can space one of Puppet and Emit and hold the other. Of course, the shame with the headline peaking, which is still going on, is that they can ditch Lone Gunman in the headline turn 7. So I need to gamble on a Defcon dropper late war. So Hunter, fine, access, coup, success, not bad. I resigned myself to not getting the arms race points. So they've got Muslim, Summit, Lone Gunman, and one other card. Summit coup, to be expected. We space puppet governments in response. Muslim Rev, Lone Gunman, one other card. Nuclear subs. Event Quagmire. And they put Muslim Revolution in it. Let's hope they fail. They succeed. Okay. That's relatively neutral. OPEC's good. War Games is great. Defectors is fantastic. If they don't have a scoring card, we're over the top here, and we are home and hosed. The Reformer, we're currently heading Europe. Shuttle dip. Salt. CIA. Nixon. Defectors. The problem is that OPEC is so nakedly transparent. But we're going to bank on them not having a better headline. Or trying to get rid of Lone Gunman before it becomes a problem. In which case I get a coup and win with War Games. Booger! Well, there goes that gambit. So what do we think? We can... salt OPEC and press to win by VP again another way? After cooing, maybe? Man, that's bad. It's really, really bad. They still have Lone Gunman. So we have to get a coup off. Alright, we're not going to be salting OPEC or any of that crazy crap. Let's start by coupping Venezuela. 4, 5, or 6, please. Great. That's a relief. We now want to event the Reformer. I mean, if they've got VOA, this is not good for us. We're going to event the Reformer to make some inroads into West Germany and overprotect East Germany and Poland. Now's the time. Miss. Miss! Whew! Lordy. We now give them a mick because we've got too much to deal with. Suggests they didn't have... even though it's a parlay, it suggests they didn't have Voice of America or they'd have just done that. Depending on what they do now, we need to get into Nicaragua. I don't see us winning this through anything other than DEFCON now. We lost our War Games gambit. We've got too many VPs to give away. Ortega and you two, fine. Could have been a lot worse. 5-year plan, what you doing? Ooh. That's real bad. So we're now losing Central America control. DEFCON's the only way. DEFCON's literally the only way. So we'll reformer. 1, 2, 3. Right, we'll leave Poland underprotected and press for Europe domination. We are behind in Asia, so we'll event shuttle diplomacy and try and take a few more non-battlegrounds in Europe. The problem is that they can take Greece and UK fairly handily. We space Nixon, hold CIA, hold the China card. Ah, an abundance of ops. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. So we're now losing in Europe. Alright, now's the time to overprotect Poland. Tear down this wall is a disaster in France anyway. But what the hell. Yeah, missing that War Games thing is just the end of the road for us. I mean, it helps that they've been missing in space, but we are toast. We space Nixon because we do not want to give up. Oh, and we don't. Still headline peeking. We're going to be headline peeking the whole damn game. They get their Millops and probably some VPs to boot. Oh, well, we get those back. So it's just for Millops. Miss. God dang it. That could be the difference as well. If they drop a scoring card that's favourable, all of the... Oh yeah, now shuttle diplomacy is in play. It doesn't matter anyway. So we tap Panama. Yeah, terrorism or Aldrich James is absolutely the only way we're going to win. And we need to drop DEFCON in the headline because they still get to peak. That space for us is pretty huge. Indo-Pakistani war is not massive, but that space is huge. Absolutely huge, right? We lose our ability to win by DEFCON. Well, that's a real shame. So yes, we need to drop DEFCON in the headline with something like Cal. Oh, he's got Aldrich as well, so you can ditch Lane Gunman. The game is over. Okay, there's no way we're winning this. We're badly losing in final scoring. Because we can't flip Asia. We're now massively behind in Central America, and they get turn 10 AR7. We're toast. That's a shame. But I was expecting to lose anyway. But that is the final gambit. Lost. Sure. Europe scoring's nice. Now, you know, not holding Salt War Games is a shame for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, socialist governments. for Europe scoring.
Okay, if I eat, you can be much longer. I can wait if you want.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Socialist governments allows us to drop Europe scoring in the headline.
So. Did you see what else to do?
And we need all the points we can get. So let's do that. Even though it's a free. I mean, Thatcher the Betrayer, of course, cancels that. We need to drop Central America scoring before. Oh, grain sales, nice. Oh, cannot catch a break. Absolutely bloody brutal. Yeah, we're toast. I was thinking if we could sneak a Europe score, we might be able to hold out. But we are absolutely mullered by that. Okay, China card, 2 into France, 2 into East Germany. So we can at least score it for 0. We are absolutely miles behind now. Right, we're not going to win a foot race in Europe, so we drop Europe scoring now for 0. Drop Central America scoring for 4. Games lost. Yeah, sure, help yourself. Doesn't matter at this point. Need a big fat realign on Venezuela. We're just going to rush through this because all the gambits are lost. I mean, it's literally impossible at this point to win. We can't catch him in the headline either because we've got no way of spacing. Unless we space Iran-Contra to avoid headline picking. It doesn't matter. We're not going to catch him in a DEFCON trap. He's not an idiot. I think, yeah, the two pivotal things were, I think, they're not getting Europe scoring and generally being. Alright, so we're going to raise DEFCON to 4. And there's no way of them dropping DEFCON twice, right? No. So ditch CIA. So at least we're not going to win by DEFCON suicide, but we're not going to win any other way. All of our roads have been closed from us, and this game is lost. Yeah, self. No. You'll have to have the coup first. And we're going to finish with a headline of Iran-Contra next turn and hope for Hail Mary realignments. There are a fistful of gross cards in the deck anyway as well. Colonial regards from Inference. You know you are absolutely on top of the world where you trade 4 VP in a geographically restricted area for whatever you like elsewhere. Isn't it? Gross. Iran-Contra is the headline. Star Wars is the hold. The game is over. There's no way of ditching Asia scoring, so we're going to lose by even more. Well, that was, well, you know, we expected it to go badly. What's the point in anything other than unsurprised by that? We can't get off to space, but, oh, great. VOA, why not? Why not? Why not make my job even harder? We'll have the big old coup on Brazil. Why don't we gamble in space solidarity so we can use Star Wars for ops? Right, I have a very late dinner to get to, so I'm looking forward to this ending. But I'm still going to take it to final scoring because I am bitter. So we're going to rack hell out of Africa. Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, we're going to end up dominating just about every region. Doesn't even want a 2VP ABM. 2 VP A B M. 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 2 So we get our rear lines off first. We've got to use Che to make sure it counts. Yeah, and 2 wouldn't have been enough. Vindicated. So, we're going to have domination in a region at the end of this game. Happy days. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Do you want to plate up? Just wrapping up. Uh-huh. No, can't fix Asia either. Well, I ran it closer than the last game with Z, at least. So, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I think last game I lost by VP. Oh, bonus. Bonus. There you go, I can use Star Wars just to thumb my nose at him. AR7. Made it to final. Happy days. Still lost. Okay. That's not this turn. There's this turn, turn 10. Come on. What happened? I was so uninterested in this game, I was looking at setting up another one. Lads, into Cuba. Sure. Oh, nice. Pow. Well, at least it doesn't change the rating, eh? For those who give a damn about that. Well, thank you for watching. I think we knew that was likely never in doubt, but I had a close run a couple of times. And I will see you Saturday for a kind of double header. I'm playing a game at noon UK time, and then hopefully one Saturday evening as well. Just got to reschedule because I have family commitments. But thank you for watching. Until next time.